everyone, Suzi here, and today we're not playing Godforge. The Alpha Wave 1 is over, but we have to talk about it. Yeah, so I did not post any content per se during the alpha because I was busy logging feedback and interacting with the community, getting the content creators all set, and yeah, just been very, very busy with the general little tiny bit of things here and there that just take up a lot more time than you expect. And then still trying to be a content creator at the same time has been a lot, and a mama to a 1-year-old, you know how it goes. But it's been the most amazing experience to see the community, and that's kind of what I wanted to start with. So first of all, I do want to say I was supposed to live stream Watcher of Realms earlier today, and I did not because I did not feel the best, but I'm feeling a little bit better now. I feel peppy, I don't feel nauseous, so I figured I would record this quick video. Yeah, when it comes to Godforge, I did play a little bit. I did, enjoy what I did play, and there definitely are the things to work on, but all things I would completely expect, and I'm not surprised by with such early phases. But damn, the game looks good, guys. Anyone that says it doesn't, I think they're crazy. But especially given that this is alpha, and there's still so much polish to be done with lighting and shaders, and you know, when it comes to coloring and tones and adding vignettes to add drama, or adding sharpness to certain things, or like adding visual effects to things that aren't there yet. Like, I feel like there's so much potential that it's honestly pretty surprising to me how good it looks already. I mean, just look at this image here. This is one of the ones submitted for our contest. This is an in-game screenshot, guys. This is why the cinematic camera stuff is actually quite fun. However, I do get that as a feedback thing, not everybody loves the camera changes or maybe wants to turn ultimates off, which I'm sure we're going to consider as well. And that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about feedback. So a survey went out. All right, yeah, so here on Discord, Dan had put out, alpha testers, we need you, check your inboxes. We just sent out a brand new survey about Alpha 1, and yes, it's completely fresh and different from the one we sent mid-wave. We know surveys aren't the most exciting thing in the world, but they are also important. This is how we shape Godforge into the game you want to play. If we hit 50% response rate on this one, I'll dig up something juicy that none of you have seen yet and hand it straight to Hell Hades, and let's be honest, we all know it'll mysteriously leak into leak its way back to the community. Seriously though, thank you. These surveys are one of the most powerful tools we have, and your feedback genuinely drives the direction of the game. You're just as much a part of building Godforge as we are. So yeah, me as community manager, feedback is what I've been handling a lot of. I've been taking the feedback requests and spreadsheeting them onto the appropriate tabs and categories so that way they can be processed later. Like someone like Paul Safira will go through and look at everything one by one and check off and make notes or fix typos and silly localization errors. By the way, the game is only ready for English. If anyone doesn't know that, don't use it in other languages. It's not ready yet. But also, yeah, it's been a cool way to see things behind the scenes. But I'm not going to talk too much about that. I also want this to be more Suzi plays the game player than Suzi from Fateless. So yeah, but I'm going to show what else is in the Discord here and kind of update you guys the best I can. We have another note here earlier. Dan said, thank you so much for taking part in Alpha 1. It's already far exceeded what we hoped for. We'll be sending out a survey soon to gather your feedback. Please take some time to fill it out. And that's what they did. And then earlier today, Simon made a pretty great announcement here. Thank you for everyone who took part in Alpha 1. Excited to get you guys involved in too. Look out for an email regarding key info for devices. So just like last time, you guys are going to need to whitelist your accounts. You're going to need to, if you play on an email address that is not your Google Play Store account and you're playing on Android, or is not your Apple ID, if you need to use Test Flight, you need to whitelist those accounts again. or for the first time if you're going to be joining Wave 2 for the first time. It's very important. And then on to Tuesday, we'll share some cool facts in a video. But 183 people completed stage 150. One person did the whole tower with all rares. And then there are a lot of hours played, but this was one of those where you could just put the game on an auto battle and farm like whatever gear, heroes, whatever resource you wanted overnight and just let it run. Which people definitely did. I did not. But yeah, that's the thing. Or there was some crazy infinite comps that made it so that people wanted to run their computer for multiple days. But don't worry, those bugs will be fixed. But yeah, because I didn't share a lot of content on the game at all for this wave, what am I saying? I didn't at all. I might as well share a little bit here of what's going on from others before I get into the survey. So we did have some really cool submissions. These are some of Simon's favorites from our contest that we did. We will pick a few winners. There's some amazing ones that, and this is just a way also, it's a way for us to use real images from the community and just in general. But yeah, we had this photo contest, like I said here. No edits were allowed to be done. The whole point was just to post a screenshot. I mean, people posted crops, which is fine, but we want to see the game, what it really looks like. And yeah, there were some amazing images shared. Real in-game screenshots, really fun animations. I really love it. Some really, really beautiful stuff here. Even like some ones of, where is it? There were some definitely ones that stuck out, like the one Simon shared there. I'm gonna keep scrolling. Oh yeah, this raw, look at all the raw ones are so cool. So cool. Let's see, Heimdall waving hello. But yeah, if you guys didn't see much content on Godforge yet, and you're like, oh, I thought you were posting finally, Suzi. No, I'm sorry, I'm not. I've been way too busy with the other internal side of things, and you guys can still check out a ton of content. If you are seeing this and you're curious about it for one of the first times as well, I will say that there's a lot of amazing content creator videos out there regarding this, and some just, yeah, really, really fun stuff to find, including all of these gorgeous screenshots that are posted in our Discord server here. Damn, some really cool stuff. Loving the Pangu, loving all the dragon shots. So good. But let me just give a quick call out before I switch to the survey. Again, if you guys have not noticed, we do have this community section in our Discord for videos, YouTube shorts, live streams when people are going live, and resources for those that have websites. So make sure you have the boxes ticked to have those channels visible, because this is like a open changelog to see all these amazing website resources with the ones we know of pinned here in the top as well. So if you want to see all the info for what heroes are in the game, what are the sets, what are the debuffs, status effects, all that fun stuff, you can do that there. But yeah, video-wise, there's some great videos. Ragewood has been putting out awesome content, and there's everyone has been killing it. 30 billion damage. This is funny, showing one of the bugs that's already fixed from Charlemagne. Adam did do a video on that rares only success. So if you guys are curious about the rares only team that went through, there you go. And keep in mind, it is an alpha, so there's a lot of things that might change. Those same rares might get adjustments. Some of these bugged legendaries might get adjustments, hopefully. That's the plan, of course. And I'm really curious to see what's going to happen in Wave 2. But first, we have to take a survey. And I apologize for your eyeballs. I'm sorry, guys. It's a white screen of death, which is really hard for me with my eye condition right now due to Bell's palsy still. But I'm going to try my best to get through this without having to stop a lot. I should be like, can we not have a white screen, please? But okay, let me get started here. All right, again, let's just be Suzi Plays, not Suzi the community manager. How did I feel just playing the game, regardless of wanting success? I mean, as a player, you just want success for the company. You want success. You want everyone to have fun. You want a company you believe in to do well, even just as a player. So either way, I want all the good things to happen. I hope everyone agrees. But does it mean everything was perfect? No, of course not. It's an alpha, which I expect. So how satisfied are you? Very satisfied. Again, I only made it to stage 101. But that was only because I ran out of time, not because I got stuck. I just didn't have much time to play. How likely are you to recommend? I mean, I hope very likely, and of course I will play Wave 2. How satisfied are you with each of the following aspects? The game stability needs help. So I'm going to give it a 4, but I'm only giving it a 4, not a 3 or less, because for one, they were very clear there were memory leak issues and stuff that were causing crazy memory usage. It was insane. And then that made everything slow all around, and it's not perfect for mobile yet or PC yet. It's really not. Everything is gotta be optimized. That's why it's only in alpha stages. Loading times, I'm only gonna give it a 4 as well, because there's like, it feels like it takes too long on the loading screen sometimes, or in between waves, there's like that really weird black screen that just pauses and you're like, okay, okay, there we go, on to the next wave. That kind of is a thing. But connection-wise, I never got disconnected, like network-wise. It's like Watcher of Realms, every time you click, 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 click a bunch of things, it like spinny, spinny circle that we all hate, the loading circle. Never have that problem. But overall, performance. Does that mean I have to give it a 4 because I gave more things a 4? Yeah, let's just say 4 because we know there were issues. And I'm really sad to have to be like, there's overheating issues still on mobile devices, and I definitely started to feel that later on. It didn't at first. In the earlier waves, I didn't feel that, but now I did. For some reason, it didn't feel too bad at first, but yeah, it definitely got there. Anyway, how satisfied are you with the art or the visual and audio? Hero art, I love it. Boss art, I love it. Although I feel like the dragon looks a little bit too plasticky in some cases, but I think that will get better with adjustments, I hope, too, because he looks so cool, but then when you see some of the views, he just looks like not as realistic, I guess. So I get that could be some honesty there, as I feel like that's something that will get better, hopefully, over time. The combat animations or effects are awesome. The user interface could use some work, though. That was one of the things people talked about the most, probably in the chats or in the feedbacks, for sure. And that would be my problem, is like some things you just couldn't click on to get details. But I feel like the to be fair, user interface could be even lower as a 3, but because it's alpha, like I don't expect to have perfect quality of life yet. So I think because my expectations trying to be realistic of it being the first wave officially of alpha, I don't expect there to be amazing quality of life to make the user face and the user experience of what you're clicking perfect. I didn't expect it, but there could be things like wave indicators and a hero roster count, so you know when you're going to run out of space for heroes. So the text is way too small on mobile, way too small. I couldn't even read it. Like, I literally had to like take a moment and try to clear my eyes and then look again. And like I kept like refocusing and going crazy trying to read the text for this, like the stages and the requirements when I was going to the taverns. So the interface, way too tiny text, and the icons are so small on mobile for like the status effects that it's really hard to tell who has what. And you can't really see the details of the icons or even remember them because they're so hard to see. So I think mobile needs a lot of work with the interface, especially where things are really tiny. And then also there's no windowed mode versus full screen mode. So if people use like, what is it, Alt Enter or whatever it is, Command Enter or something, and you make it windowed, it crunches things and everything gets out of line in ways you don't want. So that needs a lot of work still. But I'm still giving it a 4, even though it needs a lot of work because it's alpha. I didn't expect that side of thing to be perfect. I don't think that was ready to all be perfect yet and judged too harshly yet. All right, how satisfied are you with each of the following aspects of Godforge? The fun factor. Oh, we found the fun. Everyone wants to keep playing. They're having so much fun sharing their teams and the chats. The daily gameplay loop and the difficulty of the tower. Yeah, the gameplay loop is fun. I like the setup. I like the feel of building a hero. I think the only thing that feels weird to me is like we let rare heroes be 3-star chickens, but they don't start out 3-star. And that just doesn't feel right. If they can be a 3-star chicken, why don't they start at 3-star? I feel like that felt weird and it didn't make sense. If they're just a 1-star, then they're just a 1-star. Don't use them as a 1-star and everything's a 1-star. But if other games do that where they start out at a higher star, but you still have to go from level 1 to 30. So I don't see why we couldn't adjust that as well. Maybe. I don't know, but yeah, I really hope we'd make rares 3 stars and epics 4 stars just from the beginning, but then you can take them straight to level 30 from level 1 instead of having to go to 10 to 20 to 30 with the separate levels. So that'd be the only critique I really have with the gameplay loop. I think the hero promotion was a little bit quirky. Difficulty curve for the tower I think was perfect. Honestly, okay, so if you ignore the bugs, which people could easily criticize, like there's one boss, the Isis boss, she is like healing way more than she should because of a bug. So I'm not going to judge it because of a bug. So was that extra hard for some people? Yes. Did I smash it the first time I tried though? Yes. I think I played a little bit slower, and because I played slower, I more carefully built my heroes better than people did early on, just blasting through. So I actually didn't get stuck like at all. Like every time I tried to progress, I would just like retry something a couple times and be fine. I never felt super stuck, but I played very slow. And I just grinded a little bit here and there. So I think by the time I got to the very end though, I would have struggled with without good gear from grinding a lot. But so I think it was good to struggle a little though. Like if you could just blast through the first time you tried, it's too easy. So honestly, if anything, maybe it's too easy. Maybe it deserves a 4 because it was too easy. And that was a comment I saw a lot. You need to take a pause and figure out what to change. Do you need to go farm for experience to level up your heroes? Do you need to go farm some better gear? Do you need to go farm some gold so you can level up your gear? Like that is the whole point of testing the gameplay loop. And I think the difficulty curve of the tower was pretty close. I could argue again to maybe give it a 4 because it felt a little too easy in the beginning or all through. But I don't think that's because I'm an experienced gacha grinder and played a lot of hero collector games. But I don't think it would be super easy for someone who's playing this game for the first time. I think it'd actually be pretty confusing. So maybe that balances out feeling too easy versus too hard, depending on the player. All right, how satisfied are you with each of the following aspects again? Combat strategic depth, amazing. That's what's so fun about having imprints. You can turn a duplicate hero into an imprint, and the imprint can be used to imprint a passive onto a weapon, or the imprint slash the duplicate of the hero can be an awakening, or the hero can be fodder, food, chickens, spirits. So that's great. And then the fact that you can put different passives on different weapons, which also have their own set of stats. Like a weapon could have attack and accuracy, or attack and resistance, or attack and crit damage, like on the weapon as a whole another piece of gear. Made it really cool as well. Kind of similar to Dragonair, I guess, in that respect. But then you get to choose what one of the 2 bonus effects are. The weapon already has a bonus effect. And just, I can't imagine how much more interesting it's going to be when you attune gear and get even more stats as well. You attune a weapon and get even more bonuses there too. And the fact that you can get speed on multiple pieces, not just like boots. You can get them on like the the greaves as well, the pants, whatever they're called. I don't remember what they're called. That makes it an interesting way to build. And the fact that you have speed and initiative it's just so much better. All right, combat feel and impact. I think that deserves a 4 because there's a lot of awkward delays when you're playing. When you run, they line up and then they do this awkward twist when you have a different camera angle to like twist into the angle, and that just feels weird. Or the different camera changes so much with the default, which I used to call the defense camera. I didn't even realize it was called defaults camera. Is a little awkward, although, and I think we need the option to turn off ultimates. We don't want to see them every single time. And it's just another camera change and another camera change that might not be as welcome, especially if you're trying to run stuff on auto. You don't need to see that flashy ultimate every single time. Once you've seen it once, cool, okay, let's just farm. And there needs to be more options to make the farming experience smoother. So for that, I'm going to put a 4. Hero progression systems, again, I think that feels a little awkward with what I was saying regarding the rarity and the star levels. Also, when you promote your characters, see, this is where I wish the game was still live. I could show these things I'm talking about. But when you promote your characters, you could hit the yellow star button to go directly there, but that's not what you want to do. You want to hit the slider or the diamond on the slider to promote your character. But you can actually hit the star and it goes right there. But people don't realize that. And you're like, oh, using the slider is awkward. But it's actually not. It works when you click the yellow star. And that's not obvious. And some of those things are just not obvious or intuitive quite yet. But that will get better with tutorials. So I think that will become a 5 very quickly. Equipment and weapon systems, I love it. Build variety and choices, I love it. And boss encounters and mechanics seemed cool. I read some of the skills for the bosses. It sounds like there's some definitive strategies that'll be intended once they're normal bosses in the game. For now, people were just using what worked. And they were probably a little bit too easy, the bosses actually, because you could just use whatever, like you almost ignored some of the aspects of like, you should probably turn meter control that boss or divinity meter decrease them because you can, but then you don't really need to. You just smash your way through it. So the difficulty was not the best balance, and then it gets really hard at the end. But the actual intention of it and seeing the skills, I think, are really good. How often do you experiment with different hero combinations? Every few battles I was changing out my heroes, so that felt good. Compared to other squad RPGs like Raid Shadow Legends, Honkai Star Rail, Summoner's War, how do you feel about the level of customization? Godforge has more customization and I love it. Alright, which camera angles do you prefer during combat? Choose as many options as are applicable. So you could just say, I change a bunch of angles. To prioritize them, I ended up using the top and 3/4 the most, but I think I ended up sticking with the 3/4 this time. But I like the default mode when I'm checking out characters the first time or want to take cool screenshots and feel the power of the ultimates, so I think I'm just gonna go, this is my order, but I switch between them all. Did I complete stage 150? No. Were you trying to compete on the leaderboard? No. Anything else you want to share? This is the time to do it, oh boy. Alright, so this is another chance to put in feedback like you would on those feedback reports that I'm busy logging, but pretty much I said that the things I said here, but the positive first part is we definitely found the fun. I wish I had more time to play. I didn't get stuck. I just didn't get to play as much as I wanted. Overall, the potential is amazing and it's super fun to play as it is. But I did mention the critiques of the things that I said here in this video. So yeah, submit. Yeah, that's a bit of my thoughts there. Let me know what you think in the comments below. It was a really fun experience so far, and even more fun to see the comments left in the Discords, honestly. Let's just do a quick scroll to wrap this out here. Just completed the survey, really enjoyed the game, looking forward to getting back in. Sad, my heroes, I want to play. Let's see, keep going, la 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 la. There was a really nice, I shared Adam's video here of that rares only thing. I can't wait for Alpha 2. Just so much positivity. Are you all waiting for Alpha 2? Everyone excited? There were some really nice comments tagging the community, or tagging the staff as well. People are excited. 12 days to go, recounting again. You can start knitting. What am I gonna do with myself for 12 days? Yeah. It's really fun to see the excitement and how everyone reacted overall. Oh, and here was the one I was trying to find over in the alpha chat. Someone tagged us just saying, I would like to personally thank all of you, and if you could pass on the thanks to the rest of the team as well, please. Already posted this in the notes of the survey, but what an amazing game you all guys made. Honestly, I did not watch any Fateless videos regarding gameplay on purpose to have a fresh take when it came out. And I must say that it was an epic experience. Honestly, believe this is going to give Raid and the rest of the hero collectors a run for their money. Now that's all that's missing is to allocate some money to proper advertisement, and I seriously think this will be the raid killer. Thank you all once more for the effort and epic game you've made for the rest of us to enjoy, and I will 100% see you at Wave 2 and 100% when the official game comes out. I got my wallet ready to go support this game. And team, thank you all. Thank you and all the best. Funny, but yeah. Really, really sweet. Everyone's so excited and the withdrawals are starting in. It's just so lovely. And thank you all if you're a community member here, spreading the positive vibes and hype as well. And yeah, be sure to go check out all the content creators making videos on this too. There's going to be a lot of reactions, and I'm sure we'll have a great podcast coming out next week too. But yeah, as a player, I enjoyed it, but I also understood that it wasn't perfect, but I also did not expect it to be perfect. And I cannot wait to see what the future holds. So there you go. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.